Welcome back to another episode of Thankful Thursdays. Today we will be talking about being thankful and mindful of everything that God has given you. And a lot of times we are not thankful or mindful of what we say or how we act when God blesses us with stuff. And sometimes we take, the blessings or the forgiveness and on that God does for us for granted. And a lot of times when God blesses us with stuff, we complain like, God, what took you so long to give me this blessing? Or God, this is not what I prayed for. What made you bless me with this is not what I've been praying about. It's not what I've been seeking you about. And sometimes God's plan for our life and the blessings are greater than what we imagine. And sometimes we got to put ourselves aside and trust God. Like, God, I trust you with the situation. Or I trust you with, what I prayed for. So I'm going to trust you to make a way. And sometimes we got to be thankful of everything that God blesses us with. And that is showing actions. We can say, God, I'm thankful, or God, I praise you. But are you really thankful that God bless you with this? Or are you just saying this because you got it? Sometimes it is not just for spiritual stuff. When people give us stuff, now we like, do you really appreciate it, or are you just saying that because that person just standing right there? I've done it before, but now that I got older, I learned I'm thankful, like, you got me this, I appreciate it. And sometimes, when God blesses us unexpectedly, we complain like, God, I ain't asked for this. What you bless me for? Be thankful, because it could have been somebody else, and God could have took your blessing and blessed somebody else with what you prayed for. But God decided to make you wait a little longer and have you in that waiting place so you can seek Him and get a better understanding of why you gotta wait sometimes. And sometimes we gotta learn to put our emotions and put our flesh to the side and seek God for ourselves on what we're praying for and what we want from God. And sometimes when God, makes us wait, it's for a reason. God's timing is the right time. Sometimes we can't rush God because maybe God's not giving us that best because it's not that time, or we're not in that season to receive that blessing that we've been praying about, or that thing that we've been seeking Him for. So let's be thankful and mindful of what we say out our mouths or how we act when we get blessings from God. Because sometimes God can easily bless you with it, in the way you act at that moment about it, or the way or what you say about that, about the blessing. He can easily take it away by you complaining or by your actions afterwards. Because sometimes, when God blesses us, we like, thank you, Lord. And then we go back to doing our own thing. We go back to our fleshly lives. And God can be like, that's not what I gave this to you for. I gave you this blessing for a reason. And sometimes we use it and we take it for granted. So let's continue to be thankful. And it just don't have to be, on Thanksgiving. Make being thankful a daily thing. When you wake up, that is one reason to be thankful, because if you could have been dead, something could have happened. So let's show God like we're thankful. We are grateful for the blessings that He has blessed us with, and for the blessings that He didn't bless us with just yet, because sometimes we gotta wait. So I pray that this touches somebody. I pray that y'all continue to tune in on Thankful Thursdays, and I will see y'all next week.